My new fuel taps arrived. It took a couple of weeks, but it's here now. So I need to fit that to the tank, and I need to clean the inside of the tank out. So I had to wait a while for that, but it was worth the wait. So it's genuine Honda one. After I rebuilt the carb, I had trouble with it leaking over the overflow. So even though I adjusted the flow tight several times, it still kept leaking. So I asked on the Facebook page for help on the XR650 page. I'd just like to thank Buzz. He gave me advice how to sort it, and by cleaning the seat where the needle valve sits. This is what I use to clean it. So I put that on a drill and I just lapped it in, and then I used a cotton bud to clean it up, and then the carb stopped leaking. So thank you, Buzz. I'm learning something all the time. I'd had a lot of trouble starting the bike after I'd done all the carb, done the valves, done the rods and the service. I had spark, I had fuel, but it just would not start. I must have kicked it about 40 times, and I really didn't know what to do because I had all the important things. I had compression, I had fuel, I had spark, so there's no reason why it wouldn't start. So I used an old trick which I've seen people do on old tractors, and I heated up the inlet manifold with a hairdryer, and then it started right off. It could be because it's so cold here in the workshop, and the bike hasn't run for many years. So I put some heat on the inlet manifold and it fired right up. So after a week of not being able to start it, now it's running. The problem I got now is I can't stop it, the kill switch doesn't work. So I'll show you it running now. Okay, so I'm really happy to hear it. That's the first time I've ever heard this bike, and the engine sounds quiet, the exhaust sounds nice. So I got a tiny oil leak and I got a tiny water leak. So, but that's a big weight off my mind now that it started after a week of trying to start. It's a bit of an unconventional way to start a bike, but when you know you got everything as it should be, with it being so cold, I just put a bit of heat on the inlet manifold, held it there for about 5 minutes, and then it fired right up. So, I learned that from an old farmer. I've seen him do it before, so I thought I'd give it a go. It was worth giving a go rather than taking the engine apart. So, whether it was luck, I don't know, but last night I spent about an hour trying to start it with no luck. So, that's the latest so far.